Ta-da!
What is up, Chubbs? What is happening, my dame?
What it's up?
It is your girl, your favorite Chubbette here. So, we're about to get into another reaction, and I have not done a Sandra Lee reaction to her recipes in a minute. So we're gonna do a few of her recipes. Now, all the videos come from the same channel, so I'll link the channel so you can go and check them out if you want. And the videos are called chili cheese slices, chorizo grinders, and colorful rice. Now, if she goes to the scapes of her tables and stuff, I might do a fourth one, but those are three we're gonna focus on right now. So if you have any suggestions you want me to react to, feel free to leave them in the comment section or go to my Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll check it out from there. And I'll leave all the links to the videos in the description box if you want to check it out in its entirety. And it is always free 99 if you want to subscribe to your girl. Turn your notifications on, like this video, and as always, I appreciate you. So I ain't gonna hold you, so without further ado, let's get into.
Welcome to Semi Homemade. I'm Sandra Lee, and today is all about Fiesta. Feisty, spicy food that is absolutely fabulous. And it all starts off with my delicious chili cheese slices. Then I've got the most incredible tortilla soup you have ever seen. I've even got a semi-homemaker who's here to share her Mexicali enchiladas with you. And for dessert, my cherry flan that will just melt in your mouth. Finally, for cocktail time, I've got a tropical temptation that is absolutely perfect for a fiesta. And then a beautiful, easy, and very smart tablescape. Mexican food by far is my favorite food of all. I could eat it 24/7, and I am not kidding. I love all the spice and all the flavor, and it's easy to get fantastic Mexican food out of your own pantry and your own fridge if you know what to do the semi-homemade way, of course. Now, this is just that wonderful crescent ring dough that we all have in our fridge. Well, this is going to be the base for my chili cheese slices. Lay these out and move these around so you position them so they have plenty of room to puff up, which they won't do too much, and I'm just gonna put some holes in these so they don't puff up too much. And this is called docking, then a little bit of butter spray. Now, I didn't need nonstick cooking spray on the bottom of these because there's plenty of butter in these, but on the top, I just want that beautiful, nice little sheen. And this is a little trick to get that. That way you get that nice home baked like you've been making bread for days. Effect.
So, Sandra.
375, 5 minutes, that's it. Now, my little slices should be done. 5 minutes, and these are nice and golden brown. Okay. What I want to put on the top of each one of these is just going to be about a tablespoon or so of canned chili. Now, this has no beans in it, and that is the base for my chili cheese slices. And of course, in here is just going to be meat. There's going to be chili powder. There's going to be tomatoes, tomato sauce, all sorts of wonderful things you can get right in your grocery store. Quick and easy. Now, on top of the chili, I just want to put some of my onions. And of course, if the kids don't like onions, you don't have to put them on here. You can just put the black olives.
Why does cafeteria pizza look better than this? Like, you know, I don't know if they still, I haven't been in elementary school in a long ass time, but I ain't gonna lie, I lived for the lunchroom pizza, elementary school cafeteria pizza. Why that look better than this? And I want to know who's labeling these cans she's getting these foods out of, because I don't think they ever be in a store looking like that. I guess copyright, I guess. I don't know. But this looks... Sandra, you never disappoint me, girl. It just looked like glop on slop. I don't know what to call it. And then she talk about look golden brown. No, it don't. It looks undercooked. It looks undercooked, and I know you can't overcook it because she's putting shit on it. But it looks like it's just gonna come out looking the same.
And the cheese or whatever they want. And then black olives will go on here. These are pre-sliced. You You could get the chopped ones if you want to. If that's what you have in your pantry, absolutely use those.
Or just chop it yourself.
And finally, I just want to add some cheddar cheese. Of course, this is pre-shredded. You don't have to do any of that shredding. Now, if you have that Mexican cheese blend, that would be lovely too.
What are you talking about, Mexican? Brown some meat.
These are gonna go right back in the oven for another 7 minutes. They cool down just that fast too. All that cheese is gonna melt and those are gonna go right into my mouth. I love this recipe. Welcome back to Semi-Homemade. My chili cheese slices are done in the oven, 7 minutes. How do these look?
Delicious.
Very good. This is Heather. She is a semi-homemaker that emailed me a great recipe because your husband had this from-scratch recipe that took 3 hours and used everything in the kitchen. You had to clean it up.
It was a big mess.
So you said no.
I said no. I said we need to do a semi-homemade, and here we are today.
Are you divorced?
And then we're gonna get our chorizo on the grill for our grinders. Now, the best Super Bowl party I have ever been to in my life, surprisingly enough, was not at the Super Bowl. It was when I was in college in Wisconsin. I have to say, if you are from Wisconsin and you are a Packer fan, which I am, and you ever get to play the Bears, that is the game. Rivals all the way.
Too bad we always
Your chorizo is going on your grill, and by the way, this is Mexican chorizo, so you're gonna have to cook it. It's not Spanish chorizo, which would already be smoked. These are beautiful. The chorizo goes on here for about 20 to 25 minutes. You want to turn that about every 4 to 6 minutes. When I come back, I'm going to finish up those chorizo grinders. And those are my chorizo sausages going back here. I'm going to get my peppers in my pan in just a second. Now I'm gonna get my peppers onto the grill. Frozen stir-fry peppers in this. There's peppers, 3 different colors, onions. We're gonna saute those in my pan on the grill. A lot of people wonder, what do you do with that burner that's on the grill? Well, you can heat up chili, you can make these beautiful peppers and onions for your grinders, all sorts of things. Okay, here we go. Those are going inside. Give those a stir, let them just heat up. And that was just a couple tablespoons of olive oil that I put in there to get them going. Great.
When are we taking off the chorizos?
Now, I gotta show you something special. I went shopping for outdoor plates for the summer. The ants go marching. How cute are these plates? I love them.
Oh, ugly ass.
Just one big roll is going on my plate. And then I'm gonna put a couple of my beautiful peppers on here for me.
They look like,
yeah.
They look terrible.
And then before I take my sausages off the grill, I wanna make that salsa, because I'm gonna put that salsa all over the top of them. Really quick recipe. Your favorite salsa into a bowl. That's all you do. Then I want you to take some chipotle peppers. I need you to take 2 of them out of your can. These are soaking in just some adobo sauce, a beautiful, rich, smoky sauce. Go ahead and just come in here, cut these up. You want to use absolutely all of this, from the seeds and all the peppers to the adobo sauce.
It looks like a blood clot.
This goes into your salsa. And with the rest of this can, put it in a resealable bag, put it in the freezer. You can use it anytime you want.
What's the point of cutting it? It was a whole pepper that went over there.
Just a tablespoon of lime juice goes in there. And that is it.
That salsa looks
How
terrible.
fast is that? Okay, let's get our sausage. Beautiful grill marks are on there. That's going in here.
How is this a grinder?
Some of my peppers are going in here. The colors, the flavor combinations, salsa on top.
This is not a grinder. That's just...
How about a little bit of my dipping sauce for the peppers? Now I have to say, whether you are a football fan, a basketball fan, or a baseball fan,
not a grinder.
that is the plate for you.
That is not a grinder. That's just a bratwurst, a chorizo bratwurst with some. And those chipotle peppers looked terrible. It looked like a blood clot. That's not a grinder. She must was drinking before she made this. Oh, you stay doing drunk shit, Sandra. Talking about grinders. That's not a grinder. And how does everything still look dry? Just dry as hell. You know, one thing I will want to do, I want to drink with Sandra because she be drinking the good shit.
Everybody is going to think you are a knockout tailgate host. Got to give myself a little taste here. By the way, coming up, I've got one more great recipe for you. It's called a happening halftime.
A happening halftime.
Woo! Stay right here with me.
Probably been drinking at halftime already.
Let's talk about colorful rice. I got the best email from Maxine in California for what she calls colorful rice. And it starts off with a great organic, long grain wild rice. So I'm going to use this whole package. And into my saucepan, I already have about 2.5 cups of chicken stock going, and that's going to add the flavor. By the way, that is low sodium, low fat chicken stock, but still lots of flavor. You can always add salt and spice later on if you want. And you know what? This rice is really a great idea because it's firmer, it's more chewy, it's a nuttier rice, so it has a lot of flavor and it's really good for you. Now, in my saute pan, I just want to add a little bit more of my olive oil cooking spray. Again, controlling how much I use. And this is going to be my colorful part of Maxine's rice. In here is just going to go about 1/2 cup of my chopped onions. And while those are starting to saute away, I'm going to give my mushrooms a little bit of a chop because I want them in smaller pieces.
I don't like cooked mushrooms. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
These are button mushrooms. Next, my celery. You know, I'm a little spoiled now from Semi-Homemade because I'm so used to buying my mushrooms pre-sliced in the grocery store and having the work done for me that when I went in there and they weren't there, I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. It just saves so much more time. I had to buy a whole bag, bring them home, wash them, cut them. 10 minutes later, they were in my marinara. Now this is just 1 stalk of celery, and you know they come in those pre-sliced bags. Normally they come for like kids' lunches, but I had some in the fridge, so I thought I'd use them. Nice little pieces, so we're gonna have green in there. We're gonna have kind of a white with a beautiful brown color, very rustic, and also some nice white onions. Every little color under the sun is gonna be in this rice and be delicious.
Let's see what this color's gonna turn
So in goes the celery and the mushrooms, and that is it. You just want it to sweat a little bit and kind of soften up. Welcome back to Semi-Homemade. I'm Sandra Lee, and this menu is all about cooking healthy. Now, this rice is from a semi-homemaker, a very smart one, Miss Maxine. She emailed me, and what it's called is colorful rice. Now, this is just long grain wild rice, and in here I used a little bit of olive oil cooking spray so that I can really control how much I use. And there's celery in here, and just chopped up mushrooms are in here. There's also onions in there, and I'm combining these two together. Now to this, I want to add 2 things. I want to add, well, actually 3. I want to add cranberries, 1/2 cup of those, and 1/2 cup of chopped pecans.
You'd have just pulled your Caucasian card. Cranberries in the rice. It already started looking like a witch's potion, and you like, let's liven it up and put some dry cranberries in it. You'd have just pulled out your Caucasian card. And I know a bunch of Caucasians like, oh, well, I definitely don't use that, but she pulled out hers. Her individual Caucasian card. You take something that might be somewhat edible and you throw some bullshit in it. I was already second guessing the celery. I'm like, celery and rice? And then here you go with the bullshit ass cranberries. This woman had recipes. And then people giving her recipes just nonsense. She had a show for cooking. Ridiculous.
Gives it lots of crunch and makes it even more colorful. And then a can of water chestnuts. And these are great because they have almost no fat and they're a great source of potassium. And I love them because they're crunchy and delicious, nice bright flavor, mild taste. Just make sure you strain them first. And that is a very Asian ingredient. Going to be perfect with my Thai chicken that I'm going to finish up in just a second too. Let it simmer for a little while until those nuts soften up a bit. One more thing I want to add to this, some orange zest. And this is the zest from one orange. Beautiful. Nice and colorful, full of flavor. Fold in all of that orange zest and all that great long grain rice. Nuts and chestnuts, celery, onions. And Maxine, I have to say thank you so much. What a great recipe. That is a beautiful, delicious dish.
Go away. So that's the end of that video. If you have any suggestions you want me to react to, feel free to put in the comment section or go to my Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll check it out from there. And that is it. And I don't have to tell you what you need to do. I put it at the bottom of the screen. And if you stay to the end, thank you for coming around my way.
Sarate.